Well, greetings, visitors to the paper prison. It is I, your host, the Comics Prisoner. I want to thank you all for spending your precious time visiting me here. And I'm in a different kind of prison today. So here we are at January 26th. Over the weekend, most of the nation got hit with a really hard winter storm, and the snowplows have not come through my neighborhood. So I'm kind of locked down here. I'm in lockdown. So just thought I'd might as well take the time to do a show. And I'm doing a little different show today because one of the viewers here said I should show some of my own work to show that I've got skin in the game. And, I don't really want to make this about me, but hey, why not? Um, I have sold most of my original art. I do have a page or two that I think I could turn into an interesting show that actually has something to say other than just look at this. But before I do that, the last big project I did was for a production being done on the Discovery Channel. It was called Holy Heist. It was a 2-hour documentary about a person who was in the NRA, no, not the NRA, the IRA, sorry, and he was busted for possession of illegal arms and went into prison. And it was kind of a brutal stay because, well, the people running the prison did not like the IRA, and it was pretty brutal. Okay, and after he got out and came to this country, he got up with some previous associates and tried to knock over a Brinks truck, which I think he was successful at, though eventually again found. It's on the Discovery Channel. I will put a link to my IMDb page that was created because of my work on this show. And it'll also have my bio, which you can see pretty much most everything else I've done of any note. But let's get down to working for this job. We had a very innovative director who wanted to shake things up. There was some scenes he, instead of recreating, because one, it'd be more expensive, and two, he wanted to do something a little different. He knew that the person this was about was also an avid comics fan. So I was hired to recreate some of these scenes in a comic book form. Now, when I work on a job like this and I have to like submit designs or model sheets or what have you, I'll do whatever it takes to service the client. I mean, I'll start off maybe with pencil drawings and then work up into marker drawings and then maybe just jump onto the old Procreate, do some digital sketches and then bring it up to finals. So let's just see what we're starting with here. So first off, we have our main character, and he's in prison, and he went through kind of, I don't want to say a religious awakening, but definitely a spiritual awakening. So this is a scene where he kind of had a realization about his life. So we start off, he's taken all his clothes off and wrapped himself up in his prison blanket to signify he is no longer the man he was. So we start off with a pencil drawing. Then we work in a little marker rough, work that in. And then we say, well, maybe it would look better in a 3/4 turn. Maybe that's the way to go. We'll see. And well, if we're going to do, okay, let's just start putting some lighting on. Where is the lighting? We're just going to have one strong light from the prison cell. Well, maybe. And then we start, well, let's go back to the frontal. Is the frontal better when we put some high contrast dramatic lighting on it? Well, maybe. So let's see, what was that? Okay, so that was one way. Let's do lighting from like more light coming from the outside of the cell into the cell, and just a little bit of fill light by the bars of the window. Ooh, okay, maybe. Well, let's go back. We're going to try one more time. Let's try the 3/4 view again. That's getting there. I think we're getting there. And now, okay, we think that's it. We submitted that, and we think that's the way we're going to go with. And I just want to say also that when when you do a job like this, if the it doesn't matter if the production company likes what I'm doing, they also have to submit, or rather, they also have to submit to the channel, in this case Discovery, to get these approved. And I got some really good feedback. They thought they were great. At least that's what I was told. I'm just going to. I don't want to like just toot my own horn constantly and show everything that I did for this job. I'm just going to show a couple things that I can make an interesting story out of and that I thought was interesting. Because here's another. Okay, this is when he starts, um, starts hooking up with the IRA, and it's really funny because I showed this and they were like, and you would not believe how many changes they suggested to this drawing to have us eventually loop back right back to the beginning. And frankly, I'm glad I did because I thought we hit it right the first time. Everything else could be done in that they wanted could be done in other scenes and other drawings. And there's just one last thing that I want to point out. This is another layout sketch of him when he finally gets let out of prison. And unfortunately, this one didn't make it to air. Um, not very thrilled about that, but I think they looked at the page as a whole. The bottom drawing, I could never get it to how they wanted it. So as a whole, I think they didn't work. But the drawing itself, which I'm going to show here, the drawing itself, I was pretty happy with. I was happy with the drawing. I was happy with the drop shadows, the dramatic lighting. I was happy with the prison barracks in the background because I researched those. These are the actual prison barracks. And I was happy with it. I'm sorry it didn't get shown. Maybe I'll do a Art of David Miller book. Anyway, so like I said, I don't want to just show everything I did. That would be a little self-indulgent. Again, the link to my IMDb page is down in the video descriptions. The name of the special was Holy Heist. If you're interested in it, I think it's probably still on, Discovery or HBO Max, or you can probably find it pretty easy. I really enjoyed sharing that with y'all. Next time, we're going to go back to some of the art that I love. And well, and I'm also going to see if the clouds have come through and I can get my car out because I've got places to go, just I'm sure as you all do. I want to thank you all again for spending some time with me. Going to ask again to like, share, and subscribe this channel with your friends. It does help it grow. I'm very much interested in what you thought of production materials and the project itself, which ran on Discovery Channel. And really looking forward to your comments. And well, until next time, stay warm. Try to dig yourselves out as I will be doing. And I look forward to seeing you next time. All right. Bye bye.